What I have in stock to offer you today is a proposal. We could have a lecture, a sort of a university lecture, where you can be just passive and I can go on explaining something. Or we can turn this into a sort of a conversation around coaching. How many of you know what coaching is? Raise your hand if you know what coaching is. Right, for those of you who do not know what coaching is, coaching can be defined or limited to the art of achieving goals. So, what do you choose? Either to talk or me explaining to you. Come on, what's your choice? The ones that would like to have a conversation on coaching, raise your hands. I think it's a majority. So in order to have a coaching session, I will act as a coach, but you will be the players. So in order to do that, I would like to ask you to come up with a personal goal, because what will be happening here is a conversation in order to find a perspective that provides us a more powerful view on that goal. It's not simply theoretical speculation on things, but rather all of us talking on how we are approaching our goals and the way to find a perspective, a standpoint that is more powerful. I'm sure you all want to have a higher impact on your goals, isn't it? Raise your hands. Of course, this will require commitment, and the commitment will be that you must have a clear view of that goal so that we can work with it together, so that we can have a meaningful conversation, not around something, but rather to talk about your relationship with the goals. But now, let's try to move a little bit further. I want you to have a goal, an objective, but that must be an extraordinary goal. What do I mean by extraordinary? An extraordinary goal, it's not just a mid-goal, it's simply a goal that is extraordinary. So, something that given the ordinary course would never be an emergency, an extra. So, it means that it might be an ordinary result for you, but then for the person sitting next to you is an extraordinary result. Or maybe a result for the person sitting next to you is an ordinary result, but then for you is an extraordinary result. You think about an extraordinary goal, for instance, an extraordinary turnover or an extraordinary impact. For many times, we thought that the technical domain, that the technical capacities were enough by themselves, that knowledge were at the basis of success, of the result. So the higher information we had, the higher knowledge, the higher expertise. Today we have a surplus of information, we have exceeding information, and therefore this technical command, this technical mastery is needed, but it's not enough. Obviously, in order to have a heart surgery operation done, you need to know about heart surgery, and in order to have proper sales done, you must have the expertise, and this information is needed, but it's not enough. Today, the human domain, the human ability, which is the basis when ruling over a team, when ruling over a company, this is the part that supports the technical domain. Most of the business schools around the world, Harvard, the MIT, Oxford, Cambridge, are developing leadership skills programs where they mostly work on the human domain. So, to turn a professional into wise expertise, competitiveness, and competitivity is precisely in embracing both domains inside a box. The box of beliefs, as we call it. Our goals are in here, inside this box. The results, the outcomes, turnover, your relationship with your team, relationship with the suppliers, all of this fits into this box, and this box is limited through 4 walls. Beliefs, opinions, or views, biases, prejudices, and feelings or emotions. This extraordinary result is inside or outside this box? Outside the box. When this extraordinary result is outside the box, first thing we have to know about is the limits of the box. If we do not know what walls are the limits of this box, we cannot think out of the box. So this extraordinary result, instead of forcing the result to move inside the box, we have to push the limits of the box so that the box expands, and that result that for you today might seem extraordinary, it becomes an ordinary result. And this, as theoretical and as simple as it might sound, when it comes to working, when it comes to challenging these worlds, either your beliefs, your views, your prejudices, or your emotions, all the system breaks down, all the defensive routines break down in order to threaten things as they are. Because what this makes, indeed, is the comfort area, or the comfort zone. In this comfort zone is precisely where your ordinary results are. Because this is what provides safety to you. And these are the walls, or the floors, on which this is being supported. That is what I know and what I do not know. For instance, I know about law because I graduated at the law school. So I'm sure on that, and there are a series of results which keep me in my comfort zone, in my safety zone. And there are things that I do not know because I do not know about medicine, and this keeps me safe and sure because I know I can attend or visit a doctor whenever I need it. Where was the World Wide Web or the Internet 30 years ago? In what you know, in what you knew, or what you knew that you didn't know? In neither of them. Where was mobile phones for your grandparents? In which of these areas? None of them. Is an area where there is a risk zone. And this risk zone implies moving through uncertain floors, through uncertain grounds. And the circumstances of today invite us that what we know and we know that we don't know, it's not enough. And precisely, I invite you to move into this risk zone so that we can expand and so that we can think out of the box. But then what happens? Beliefs, prejudices, views and feelings will be there, haunting us. Rather having us preferring to be in the comfort zone. Would you rather have? Would you rather be right, or would you rather have your extraordinary result? So you'd rather have the goal, okay. So for that, this will require you to challenge the reason, the things, your systems of beliefs, your views, your feelings that may prevent you from moving into this area. Unless we understand what's the process behind an outcome, so that extraordinary goal that I mentioned before is an outcome, and in order for it to happen will require a process supporting it.